Dear listeners, dear all, welcome to my today presentation on entrepreneurship in Burundi. I am Diomede Mujojoma, a Burundian writer and a specialist in communication and webmastering, living in Bujumbura, Burundi, with a large experience in organizations and entrepreneurship. The topic we are dealing with today is entrepreneurship in Burundi. It's just an experience I want to share with you about how to do business in Burundi. But first, let's discover the country in question. Second, we just remind each other the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur and then see how one can start a sustainable business in Burundi. What and where is Burundi? Burundi is a small African country near the Lake Tanganyika with 27,834 square kilometers with about a population near to 11 millions, the youth representing an average of over 50% of the population, and among them more than 60% are unemployed. Also called, also called Heart of Africa by its figure, Burundi is in the neighboring with Rwanda in the north, Democratic Republic of Congo in the west, and Tanzania in the east. Burundi is actually a French-speaking country with few Burundians speaking English. Drummers stand as the icon of Burundi culture as you see them uh, dancing. Let's see now the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. You see here hardship. Hardship is not what begin, but starting a business is one thing, and success in business is another thing. And success in business does not come by itself. All depend on the behavior of the entrepreneur. Then a successful entrepreneur has some characteristics that distinguish him or her from the mass. Thus, a successful entrepreneur is characterized by the vision. You must know where you are going, and what you are targeting. Take action, action oriented. All the actions you take must be oriented to your target, to your vision. Focus. All actions must focus on your vision to not lose your direction. Optimism. In whatever you do, be optimistic. In whatever happen, stay optimistic. Passion. You must be passionate with your business and call your customers to like your services. Independent thinking. A successful entrepreneur must keep his or her independence in thinking, in managing his or her business. This does not mean that he or she refuses advices from his surroundings, but takes them, analyze them, and take decision on what to do with. Self-confidence. You must be confident with your actions, with the decisions you make for the progress of your business. Otherwise, any person may make you lose your control and lose your direction. And resourceful and problem solving. That last, a successful entrepreneur must stick to information around his or her business, gather necessary resources, and know how to solve problems that arise in his or her business. And last but not least, hardship. To succeed in your business, you need to work hard, even work extra hours, day and night. Successful entrepreneurs know how to manage their time, not a single minute to lose. These 9 points, to cite but a few, are essential to make a successful business. Now, see if you have them all or you miss any of them to handle your business and reach your target. Now, what do you need to start a business in Burundi? To start a business in Burundi, you need first a good idea. What do you want to do? What do you intend to do? Second, set a business plan. What is required? What it requires, material needs and financial needs, and analysis of rentability of profitability of your business. Make a good environment analysis of your business place. Third, get the capital needed, either charity or a loan from a bank. If you need to ask for a loan, you need to see how to pay it back from your business earnings. And fourth, registration. You are required to register your business. If not, the law is following you. Let us see the levels of registering a business in Burundi. There are 2 levels of registration of business in Burundi. First, you register via OBR. OBR registers small trader and issues the tax identification number, what we call in French NIF, numéro d'identification fiscale, and the trade register RC, what we call in French recette. Note, for the small trader, after the acquisition of the NIF and the RC, the trade register, they must request for the opening declaration of his or her business unit at the mayorship. The second level is registering via API. API registers medium and large companies, local or agencies branches, or foreign or international companies. There, in addition to the NIF and the trade register, API also issues company constitution. We distinguish between single person, multi-personal companies, cooperatives, and agencies of foreign companies. Now let us see the problems encountered by new entrepreneurs in Burundi. Problems if someone wants to start a business in Burundi are: first, registration. For great business, there is a problem of registration that may delay longer than expected. Second, there is corruption. Corruption in the state services while searching for registration. This may hamper and hinder the registration or the starting of the business in Burundi. And third, there is competition. Concurrence if the market is not well planned, you come into competition with others, and you may even end up failing because you did not well start your business plan. And the last, there is startup capital. Startup capital is a big deal in Burundi as in Africa. And now, why do the people don't pay back? We are here in Burundi. Why do the people do not pay back? A credit may not be paid back because the business does not run well and no expected benefit got from it, or the business just fails. This may be the consequence of bad market plan before starting up the business. Now let's see the best ways to pay in Burundi, to pay one's credit in Burundi. First, one may pay back his loan or his credit through the bank. The habitual practice to pay back one's credit in Burundi is made through banks. One needs to have a bank account where he or she deposits his or her money, and the bank that has got the order to make the credit payment transaction do it till the credit is finished. The advantage of the bank is that you cannot forget to pay back whenever you deposit your money on your account. The money is withdrawn. Second, paying via mobile phone. Paying back one's credit through mobile phones is normally a practice which is not yet being used in the Burundi market. Mobile phone payments are being used for less transactions like airtime transfers, sending money to people far from each other. But I do not refuse that the mobile phone payment option, which in my understanding may be very useful for small entrepreneurs and even for great entrepreneurs, especially if the sum is not huge. The advantage is that one do not lose time queuing in banks, but wherever you are, with your mobile phone account, here we use EcoCash and LumiCash, you can pay back your credit easily. But sometimes you may forget it. This may be the consequence or the advantage. There may be also another way of paying back one's credit through credit card. But here in Burundi, credit cards, they exist in the banks. You may go in the banks and ask for or buy your credit card, but few people use these credit cards to mean that even paying back with credit card is a very, very scarcely used option or transaction in Burundi. Now, let's end with good reasons to invest in Burundi. There are good reasons to invest in Burundi. One can start a business with a small capital. This is the first reason. One can start a business with a small capital. For less than 2,000 euro, one can start his or her business and be flourishing. I will show you 4 examples of small businesses that has been started here in Burundi with less than 2,000 euro. And second, Burundi, or even in some African countries, Burundi is still a virgin land for business. With a good business idea and all it requires, one can start a business and go far, either small or great. Third, less competitiveness. As there are few enterprises, one can run his business with less competitors. Now, let me show you the 4 young micro projects started as business with less than 2,000 euro here in Burundi. There has been first a restaurant project, second a photovoltaic energy shop, third potato farm, and fourth a sugar shop. Here the picture we see is the owner of the restaurant project. He was monitoring his business. The second is photovoltaic energy shop. A young student, freshly who has left the university, and now he has installed a photovoltaic energy shop for less than 2,000 euros. And this is a farm, a potato farm that has also been installed with less than 2,000 euro. And last but not least, this is the sugar shop. As you have understood it, there are good reasons to invest in Burundi or to invest in Africa. So please help the entrepreneurs in Burundi with more projects like this, like these 4 projects that I'm showing you. And thank you so much for your listening. It was Diomede Mujojoma from Burundi.